Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our class with the recall what we have understood in this lesson in our previous class. So, in our previous class, we have understood about the four major means of transport, that is roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. So, just a quick recap of what we have understood in about these four means of transportation. First is about the roadways. We have understood that roadways are the most commonly used means of transportation, and they are usually used for the short distances. And these roads are of two types: metalled and unmetalled. Metalled are the Pakka roads and unmetalled are the Kacha road. Further, we have seen that Manali Leh highway in the Himalayan mountains is one of the highest roadways in the world. So, which is the highest roadways in the world? Manali Leh highway. Then underground roads are also built, which can be called as subways or underpass, and the flyovers can also be built on the raised structure. On the raised structures, the whichever roads are built on the raised structure, they are called as flyovers. After roadways, we have understood about the railways, which are also very important means of transportation, which carry heavy goods and people over long distances and quick and very quickly in the short time period. Plus they are also very cheap mode of transportation. Then first of all, due to the invention of steam engine and industrial revolution, the development of the speedy development in the rail system had appeared. And then finally these steam engines were replaced by the diesel and electric engines. And then slowly now we have seen that diesel engines and electric engines, now super fast trains have been appeared, and they have been introduced for the faster journey now. Now, railway networks are well developed in the plain areas, but nowadays, with the advanced technology, we can say that these railway tracks can be built on the difficult tracks, also difficult land, also that is mountain, hilly regions, and all hilly areas. Also, these railway tracks can be developed. Then we have understood about the Trans-Siberian Railway, which is the largest railway system and which connects St. Petersburg here, uh, Petersburg till the uh, Vladivostok here. All the dotted lines, all the dotted lines here, you can see that St. Petersburg till Vladivostok. It is written here down. So this is the longest railway system connecting St. Petersburg and in the western part of Russia to Vladivostok on the Pacific coast here. Now, next we have understood about the waterways. These waterways are of mainly two types, that is inland waterways and the sea routes. Now, navigable rivers and lakes in which shipping can be done. In that rivers and lakes important, they are very important for the means as a means of transportation system also. Now sea routes and oceanic routes are also most common for transporting merchandise and goods from one country to another, means big heavy goods, even people can be transported from one place to, means taken from one place to another through the sea routes. For trade purpose mainly it is used the sea routes and oceanic routes. Then further we have seen that these sea routes and oceanic routes are connected with the ports, and few names we have read about this sea and oceanic routes. Further we have seen about the airways. Now, this is also the fastest means of transport which had developed in the early 20th century. So, airways had developed in early 20th century, but it is very costly. This transportation system is very costly. Why it is very costly or expensive? Because of the high cost of fuel. The fuel is very expensive. That is why the airways transportation of airways is very expensive. And this air traffic is affected by bad weather. And bad weather is when there is very much fog, we can't see through that outside. Then and the storms, the condition of storm arises. In both the cases, airways are affected very badly. And we also see that the airways transportation system is very helpful in the remote and distant areas means the places uh, from which we cannot reach from the roads or railway transportation system, but through airways we can reach over those far off places, especially at the time of you can say natural disaster. When natural disaster happened, then the helicopters proved to be very important transportation system in rescuing people means in saving the life of the people in the during the natural calamities where people could not reach through the roadways or railways or waterways. In that condition, airways were very important for rescuing people. Even they help in distributing food and water, clothes and medicine in those areas of natural calamities. Then today we are going to start with the communication. Communication. Now, what is communication? Communication is a process of conveying messages to others. Now, how you convey your message, how whatever you want to say to other person, how you convey your message, it is through the communication system only. Now, with the development of technology, humans have devised new and fast modes of communication. Nowadays very fast and new communication system has arrived. Now we can say from this figure 7.10 that what was the condition of communication system earlier in the early years, and now what is the condition. So previously, whenever a person want to convey the message, they used to themselves move. They had to cover the long distances to reach that particular person to convey the message. Then slowly the during the rule of king and queens and all, we have seen that birds were used to convey the messages to the people. Then post offices came. Then in the letterbox, red letterbox, letters were put and postcards were written and put in the letterbox, and through the postal system people used to convey their messages to the other people. Then slowly, magazines and books arrive, and now the condition is such that we have new technologies for communication system, that internet, satellites, uh, this PCs, uh, mobile phones, telephones, laptop, TV, all these are the new technology which has arrived and which we use nowadays. The advancement in the field of communication has brought about the information revolution. What has brought the information revolution? The advancement in the field of communication system. This has brought the information revolution in the world. And different modes of communication are used to provide information, also to educate people also, and to entertain people also. So different means of communication are there to entertain as well as to educate the people. Nowadays, if you see that uh, the education now, you are not going to school building and all to get the education, but sitting at home only through internet and all, through your mobile phones, through your laptop, and all, you are receiving the education. And the whole year means this whole year you have been studying through the means of communication only. Now newspaper, radio and television are, we can communicate with the large number of people, and when we can communicate with the large number of people at a one time, then it is called as mass media. Now the satellites have also made communication even faster. Satellites have helped in oil exploration. Now this is the importance of satellites. They have helped in the oil exploration, survey of forest, underground waters, mineral wealth, then electronic mails and emails through internet, weather forecast and disaster warning. All this is given through the satellites only. All these information is provided to us through satellites only. So I hope the importance of satellite is clear now. Now, wireless telephonic communication through cellular phones have become very popular today. Internet not only provides us with worldwide information and interaction, but has also made our lives very comfortable. So, sitting at home only, we can now book our tickets, reserve our tickets for railways, airways, and even the cinema halls and hotels. We can book the railway tickets and all. We can book our seats in the cinema halls and through this internet only. So the internet has not only provided us worldwide information, but they have been helpful in making our life more comfortable day by day. Now with this kind of interconnectivity of people, services, and institutions across the world. We are a large global society. How we are a large global society? Because of the interconnectivity of the people, even the services which are the communication system is providing to us to make our life comfortable, and the different institutions which are involved in imparting this information technology. We have become the large global society. Our world has become the large global society. So this was the importance of communication system. I hope it is clear now. Now, question answers will be shared in the group and on the student portal. Both you can check it and do it in the notebook, neat and clean handwriting. Because notebook assessment 2, I'm going to ask the work of this lesson also. First, previous lesson was lesson number 6. Now, lesson number 7 also, I'm going to ask for the notebook assessment. So, please do it in the notebook neatly, and the question answers PDF I am going to send it to you, share it to you in the group. Now tick the correct answer. You can mark just now the tick the correct answer. First is, which is not the means of communication? Telephone, books, or table? Answer will be table. Which type of road is constructed under the ground? It will be subways. Then which mode of transport is suitable to reach an island? It will be ship. And which vehicle does not pollute the environment? Cycle. You can mark these in the book itself. Take the correct and match the following. You have to do it in the book itself. Rest, very short, short, long, and give reasons. I'm going to give it to you in the PDF. You have to do it in the notebook. Then match the column. Internet. Internet is a means of communication. Mark number 1 here in the last. Then canal route, inland waterways. Number 2. Then 3. Urban areas are the areas where people are engaged in manufacturing, trade, and services. Number 3. Then number 4 is compact settlements. They are closely built areas of houses. Mark 4 for B. So, number 1, internet, a means of communication, canal routes, inland waterways, urban areas. They are areas where people are engaged in manufacturing, trade, and services. And then compact settlements, closely built areas of houses. Now, this one, that is C, is an extra option given to you. No need to mark anything over here. Leave it like that only. Rest, the above two and the last two, you can mark it. Now, question and answers. This PDF I'm going to share it to you in the group also and in the student portal also. You can do it, the question answers from here. Geography lesson 7, that is very short questions first. What are the four means of transports? Four means of transport is roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. Then, what do you understand by the term settlement? Settlement is referred to a place where people build their homes permanently or temporarily. Then, which are the activities practiced in rural people by the rural people, by the village people? Which activities are performed? So, the activities are agriculture, fishing, forestry, craft work, trading, etc. Then mention two merits of the railways. Merits of the railways means two advantages, two importance of railways. First is the heavy goods and people can be transported to longer distance quickly and cheaply. Second, railway networks are extensively developed in plain as well as mountainous terrain, mountainous regions. Then question number fifth for very short is, what do you understand by communication? Just now you have understood that communication is the process of conveying messages to others. Then question number sixth, what is transhumance? When people move according to the season with animals in search of new pastures is called as transhumance. Then short question answers. What is mass media? The mode of communication through which we can communicate with the large number of people are collectively termed as mass media. For example, radio, television, newspaper, internet, etc. Then distinguish between compact and scattered settlement. You have to make a difference between compact and scattered. First, you have to write down about the compact. A compact settlement is closely built area of dwelling where flat land is available. So where flat land is available, there this compact settlement are built in they are the closely built area of dwelling means um, number of houses are there, but they are very close to each other. Then in scattered settlement, dwelling are spaced over an extensive area. This type of settlement is mostly found in hilly tracts, thick forests, regions of extreme climate. So scattered settlements are also there where the people live, and it is spaced over the extensive area, means large area is covered with this scattered settlement. Now, question number third, short. Which type of house is very common in the areas of hot climate? Thick mud-walled house, with thatch roof, are very common in areas of hot climate. Like local materials like stone, mud, clay, straw are used to construct the houses. Next long question are there. What is a site? Which factors help to select a site for settlement? So a place where buildings and settlements is developed, it is called a site. And factors which are very important to build a settlement is favorable climate should be there of that particular area. Then availability of water and electricity should be there. Land for cultivation and construction should be there. Fertile soil is there. Then availability of other resources should be present for the selecting a site for the settlement. Then next is, what does rise in population affect the city? The rise in population affects the city, that is it leads to the increase of number of vehicles. If increase in population will be there, then definitely number of vehicles will be also increased, and traffic jams, problem of traffic jam will be there. Next, increase in slum dwelling and squatter settlement and unhygienic condition will be there. And slum dwelling will be there when people will be living anywhere they feel like, in means kacha houses in huts and all, and where the condition of unhygiene will be there, very bad condition they will be living in due to the rise of the population. Then shortage of water and power and other resources will be there, plus pollution because of vehicles and excess of garbage is also there. Then describe roadways as a means of transport. Just now you have understood, made been clear that importance of roadways and all. What they are common means of transport. They are two types, metalled and unmetalled. Then they can be built easily on the plain area. Plus nowadays desert, forest, and even high mountains areas can be used to make the roads also. And roads are underground roads are called as subways or passes or paths. Then about the airways also, air transport is the fastest means of transportation. It is very expensive due to the high cost of the fuel. Then traffic is adversely affected by the bad weather like fog and storms. And it is the only mode of transport to reach the most remote and distant areas, especially where there is no roads and railways. Then helicopters are extremely useful in most accessible areas also. When natural calamities are there, then for rescuing people or distributing the supply of food, water, clothes, or medicine. These helicopters, these airways is used. So lastly, you will write down the give reasons that today's world is shrinking. This is given in your book itself. You have to give reason why today's world is shrinking. So today world is shrinking. I have given that because of the airways have become popular more and more. People are use aeroplanes to travel far off places to travel to far off places. Now here the gap is there, too far off places. Airways have reduced time taken in the journeys. Then means of communication also have reduced both distance and time. And then we can strike up business deals also within few seconds and super fast because of the super fast means of communication like internet, satellite phones, etc. So that is why we can say that yes, today's world is shrinking. So this these all question answers you have to complete in the notebook in neat handwriting. Uh, I will share it in the group. Next, after this, we'll continue with the geography only. Geography lesson number 9, life in desert. We can continue this geography book only. And the last lesson, which is remaining for annual, is the life in the deserts. We will complete that lesson first. After this lesson, lesson number 7, we will continue with the lesson number 9 of geography. So be prepared with geography lesson number 9. Thank you.